Hey everyone, the name is Kris. Welcome to Thomann's Guitars and Basses. Today is exactly my kind of day. Today we're shooting out some high-end Telecasters and Tele-shaped objects. This is the final addition to this range of shootouts that we've done. We have a couple of videos for Strats, we have an affordable Tele, a mid-priced Tele shootout, and this is the top of the top. This is gonna be for me the most exciting one because my baby, my 53 reissue Telecaster gets to play along, and we'll have 4 guitars, one of which is the oddball. I think you can see it on my left already. So the contestants are the Xotic Ecstasy 1 with an ash body and a maple neck, the LSL Thin Bone, which is a thin line T-style guitar with an alder body and maple neck. The oddball is the Strandberg Ceylon, which is a very much T-style guitar, but without a headstock. It has a swamp ash body and a maple neck. And my personal guitar, this Fender Custom Shop team-built 53 reissue with an ash body and maple neck. I'm sure you're wondering about the rig I'm using. It's really simple, and I'll explain everything after the clean round of comparisons. Let's talk about the rig. It's super simple. I have a tuner here on Overdrive that I will mention in a sec, and the main star here is the Fender Deluxe Reverb, a reference amp. Everyone knows it. That's exactly why we're using it. We're not using its own speaker though. We have a 2x12 Harley Benton cabinet connected with a Celestion Creamback 65 speaker. The Overdrive, it's the Castellator Toxic Twins, which is a very, well, as transparent as a drive can be. It's a blues breaker style pedal. I have a bit of a crunch set up, and this is exactly what I'll be using in front of the Deluxe Reverb for this second overdriven round. And after that, we'll talk about how come the Strandberg is here and how come there's no Suhr in this collection. So first of all, how come we don't have a Suhr T Classic here in this selection? I really wanted to have one, and they are just sold out pretty much all the time. People love those guitars. There's not like a million coming in every month, so they get sold super fast. So it's really hard to just grab one from stock or from the showroom. I will come back to doing something with Suhr stuff, so if you're a fan of the brand, don't worry, we would love to show more of them. They're great modern takes on really cool classic guitars and have their own thing, and I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, as told, it's really hard to grab one for videos. What I did instead, and that's exactly the reason why the Strandberg is here, it's not like you can like do a straight comparison between Suhr and Strandberg. Obviously not. It's a very different vibe for very different players, but it's a modern take on a T-style guitar, just a different take, right? So I really wanted to put that guitar in one of these videos. It's obviously a bit of an overstretch for the mid-price video we did, which was between 1K and 2K, approximately in euros in Germany. Right now, prices change. You know the deal. Check out the link below, of course, for current prices. But that is way over 2K, so this was the right video to put it in. My impressions. It's really interesting to see how different these guitars are, and even though they all sport the same basic features, the same bridge type, same pickups, obviously. Well, not identical pickups, but the same type of pickups with the same kind of character. They're still very, very different. Let's talk about this first because I have it in my hand. The Xotic had, for me, the most, like the fastest tone. It really had like a punch. Every time I swapped to this guitar, I was like, whoa, hello. It's not just the output, it's the voicing. It has a really cool sparkle on top. If you want to go higher gain, you might want to tame that a little bit, but for clean and low gain, it has a very alive, like lively tone. I really enjoy that, and the neck is killer. It's an asymmetrical neck, so it's a little rounder here and a little flatter on the lower side. Very, very ergonomic. Super nice to play and very light as well. The LSL, it's I know it's a thin line. It's not a solid body guitar. Well, it's somewhere between a semi-hollow and a solid body. Nice and light, obviously, and tone-wise, I felt like that's the least conventional T-style tone out of these three. But I really, really enjoyed it. So that's again a different character. I mean, you guys heard it. You know exactly what I mean. The Tele, my Tele, I love that thing, so it's really hard to stay objective, obviously. I love how sweet it sounds, and even though these are really low output pickups, obviously, it just has a certain spongy kick. And then the oddball. I think it's really cool to have this kind of option because it's just finally not the same thing again, which even though it's not my personal choice, I adore seeing strange takes on stuff that we know that work this well. Obviously, it's not the neck shape. If you're not familiar with Strandberg necks, it's rectangular. It's crazy weird if you're not used to it, and it's not made for over-thumbing chords, which is something that I use a lot or do a lot. So for that, it's strange. But if you have like a much more technical approach, this sounds killer, especially for more gain. I realized when I played the bridge pickup Overdrive that it had just a really creamy sound and didn't get too pokey, which is, I'm pretty sure, something they wanted to take care of, because most Strandberg players will gonna be modern players and will probably not be shy when using overdrives and distortions, so it really, really does shine as soon as you have some gain going. Let us know in the comments below if you want to see these kind of shootouts with other guitar types. I don't know, Les Pauls, SGs, Flying Vs, whatever you fancy, let us know down below. See you down there, and meet you next time in a new video. Bye-bye.